Hello everybody and welcome to day number 19 of our Build Your Handstand challenge. We did lots yesterday. We're going to repeat lots of it today. This is the week where we are building strength big time. So let's start all together with a warm-up preparing us for the big muscular workout. Let's start today's warm-up on the floor in a 4-point position. And here in your 4-point position, already draw the stomach in towards the spine and really push the shoulders to the front into the floor and allow the shoulders to sink in and push them into the floor and sink in and push into the floor. And one more time, sink in, push into the floor. Now this time add the round upper back, really pushing into the floor. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and release. Okay, great. Now walk the fingers here to face the outside. Keep the arms shoulder width apart here and just move left and right. Gently exploring your wrist mobility. And then let's go front and back. And keep the elbows straight. Let's go in a circle. Gently circling above the wrists. And change direction. Okay, great. Now from here, bring the fingers into a diagonal and then push into the floor with the tips of the fingers bringing the base of the hand up and come back to flat. Same thing on the other hand. So you press the fingers here, the tips of the fingers into the floor, pushing yourself away from the floor as you lift the hand. Other side, push away from the floor. So it's kind of like a wavy step here with the fingers. The more you push the fingers into the floor, the better it will be for your wrist. So really try to initiate the movement by pushing into the floor with your fingers first. Fingers push, and that's what lifts you. Fingers push, and push, and push. And let's go a few more times. Maybe you want to change the angle of the hands. Maybe you want to try and face the fingers directly to the outside as we did here in the stretch. Maybe you want to face them front as you would in the handstand. Maybe you want to be really adventurous and face them inwards, which is the hardest of all, I would say, of these. It's a strange angle, but it does give me a nice stretch here in the shoulders. And then let's just come to a diagonal position with the fingers one more time. A few more times, press into the floor. Okay, great. Very good. Okay, great. Now sit back here on the feet push yourself into a squat position. The arms keep reaching to the front and just stretch your Achilles for a second. And then after 2 more breaths, let's straighten and bend. So feel free to use blocks again or an elevation for this. And then straighten the legs. Use the weight of your head to deepen the stretch more. And bend. So as you bend, really reach to the front. You don't have to bring the heels flat onto the floor. You can keep weight in the hands here. And straighten. Use the weight of the head to deepen the stretch. And bend. One more time. Straighten. And bend. Okay, great. Next time as we straighten, walk the hands to the front here. And the feet as wide as your mat. Bend the knees. Curve the back Move further to the front and then draw the hips back to open the shoulders gently. Curve the back and draw the hips back. Now maybe you want to add a little bend in the elbows here as you go backwards. So curve to go front, bend the elbows a little bit to move the hips back. So it's kind of like a wave across the spine as we did in the 4-point position on the floor. Curve to move the shoulders in line with the wrists, bend the knees, chest lowers and the elbows bend a little bit, facilitating this wave across the spine. Gentle wave. Make it your movement, your warm-up time. And wave. And wave. And wave. Okay, great. And then come back here to a 4-point position. Let us take it straight away here into a sideways plank, but this time we're going to take it into a slight diagonal sideways plank. So let me show you first. So it's like you're going to prop the feet up just like we would in the normal plank, but you take the feet front and back almost as wide as your mat. And the back foot can be propped up like that as well here. And then we're going to hold it here with one hand propped up on the floor. So let's do it one more time. I sit here in a diagonal with my knees on the mat. My left hand reaches to the front. The right reaches slightly behind here to stabilize. Right leg, edge of the mat. Left leg, edge of the mat on my toes. And then let's hold it here, really drawing the stomach in towards the spine for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come back. So this targets your side muscles, front stomach on the side a little bit more. And let's do the other side. So I just change into another diagonal here on the mat. Hand reaches to the front, the other hand reaches slightly back. Left leg into the corner of the mat, right leg into the other corner, and let's hold it here. The more weight you can keep on your right arm, the better for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very good. Come down. Excellent. Now come and meet me here sitting sideways on. Legs are bent in front. Arms reach towards the back. Now draw the knees in here, leaning back into the hands. Draw the knees up towards you. And now let's just move the knees to the left and to the right. And as you do this, you also straighten the feet the legs a little bit and reach towards the side here with the feet. Yeah, so you don't have to straighten all the way, but at the end, ideally this exercise, once it's fully executed, you straighten all the way. But for now, let's just do reach and reach and reach. Okay, great. Come back to center and just relax for a second. Now let's try to do 14 of these left, right, and left. Knees draw towards you. Knees to the side. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 more. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, great, fantastic. I can really feel that in my lower abs and also a little bit in the hip flexors. Stay in this position, here. Walk the hands into a slightly wider diagonal here. Now you can come up onto your fingertips and try to open the chest to the front. Adjust your feet a bit further front if you have to. Really open the chest. And then if you want to, you can rotate the arms, the inside of the elbows here slightly outwards to deepen this chest stretch. And hold it. Okay, great. Come back. Now sit back, legs straight in front of you. Sit up really, really tall. You can bring the torso into a slight backwards diagonal. Otherwise, try to sit up really tall here and hold onto your thighs so that you can kind of pull yourself into a more upright position in your spine. So the natural tendency is to slump the lower back like that, and we want to really create a very straight lower back. So that almost feels like I'm trying to arch my back, and the more you do this, the more you will feel the stretch here in the hamstrings, especially as you then move a little bit further front. So find that spot where you can just about start to feel the stretch. And that may be here, trying to straighten your spine. It's your stretch, make it yours. And then from here now, we're going to flex the feet and straighten the knees as much as possible. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Round the back and just like slump into the most relaxed position that you can make. Here for a few seconds and wiggle the shoulders from side to side. Give the back a little break. Let's do this one more time. Sit up very straight. So either pull yourself a little bit towards the knees already, creating the straightest lower back that you can. And then let's flex the feet, hold, and really straighten the knees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, relax, and ultra relaxed position. Move the shoulders from side to side. Okay, fantastic. Swing the legs around. Left leg comes into the in between the hands. Adjust this lunge the way you need to adjust it. Maybe you want to be on blocks. Maybe you want to have your hands here on your thighs. Remember, we first want to pull this knee to the front before we deepen the stretch in the hips towards the floor. First we create length and then we deepen the stretch. Let's hold it. Now straighten the front leg and move the hips back. Again, adjust this to any position that feels to you like you are in a position where you can still breathe in this stretch. And let's hold it. Okay, great. And then bring the left leg back and the right leg in between the hands here. Same thing, adjust your stance here in the legs. And then first of all, move this knee further front and then try to bring the hips lower towards the floor. First lengthen and then deepen the stretch. Straighten the front leg and just find a good angle here over your front leg. Try to keep the front leg very straight and hold it. Okay, wonderful. And then bring the right leg back here as well. 4-point position. Prop the feet up around the back as much as possible. Peel the knees off the floor. Step the right and the left leg in. Now push until the highest point of your toes here. Look at your shoulders. Are they aligned above the wrists? Round the back more. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees. Roll back up to standing. This was just the teaser for our handstand prep exercises. Find your elevation. We're going to do our kick up, push off exercise with the elevation. So first of all, Here, find a good, stable 4-point position where you can push down into your elevation. Bring the left leg into the center. Right leg is behind you. Right leg is very, very straight. Let's lift the leg to 90 degrees for 1, 2, and 3. Change legs. Right leg is in the center. Left leg goes behind you. Left leg is very straight. Let's lift to 90 degrees for 1, 2, and 3. Okay, great. Now, next we're going to do the actual swing and jump, where we bring the leg down, bend, and push until the top of your toe here. Okay? Same thing for 3 reps. Left leg is in the center, right leg is behind you, and the right leg is in a 45-degree angle here, slightly off the floor. Bend, touch the floor with your toe, with the right toe. Push to a point, bring the leg up. 2 more. And push. And push. Change legs. Right leg is in the center. Left leg behind you. Left leg is straight. Bend, push. Bend, push. Bend, push. Okay, fantastic. Very good. So if you ever struggle with your kick up, this is a fantastic exercise to strengthen your glutes and the push off. Okay, let's take 2 minutes for a sip of water for your own stretch. Get your elevation ready against the wall, and then we start our handstand prep exercises. Okay, let's start with our swing and jump exercise. Remember, you can always do this with your back against the wall, not touching the wall, but just in front of the wall for safety. So let's bring the hands onto the floor here. Step the left or the right. You can keep changing the legs, or you can use the same one. I'm gonna always do it from now on with my right leg here in the center. Right leg is in the center. Left foot is behind. Look in between the hands. Check, are your shoulders in line? Switch on the round back. Now jump. Let's do swing and jump. So you jump off, the leg kicks up, and you push off. And push off. Right? So before we do the reps, let me remind you one more time, you have to round the back. If you don't round the back, it's very difficult to go up. As you jump, as you push, you need to give an extra roundness push into the back. The leg never goes past 70 degrees here. Don't whack it back. It's not about going up yet. It's about bringing the torso up with the momentum of the leg. That's all it is. I would really like to try this now. I'd love to do 4 repetitions and 3 sets. Let's try it. Hands on the floor, check your position. Legs behind you, and let's go bend and swing and jump for 1. And bend and swing and jump for 2. Bend and swing and jump and bend and swing and jump. Okay, great. Come back to standing. Let's roll the shoulders back for 1, 2, 3. Let's roll them to the front for 1, 2, 3. Let's go again. Remember, the leg is at 45 degrees and then it goes down to the floor and up. Hands on the floor. Check your shoulders. Look in between your hands. Leg is behind you. Let's bend and jump. And again, bend and jump. Push until the end of your toes. Bend and jump. And bend and jump. Come back up to standing. Very nice. Let's do 1, 2, 3 big arm circles. To the front. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. So if you want to, you can change legs now. Maybe you already feel your standing leg working quite a bit. Hands on the floor. And leg behind you. And let's do swing and jump. And bend the knee and jump. 2 more. Bend and jump. Bend and jump. Great. Come back up to standing. Very nice. Now move your elevation closer to the wall if you haven't got if you haven't if it's not close to the wall yet, and let's do our wall handstands with and without the elevation. Let's do our wall handstand hovering the foot once above the ground, and then we're going to try and step the second leg up as well. So let's go through those steps one more time. It's really important here that you keep the shoulders above the wrists. If your shoulders go to the front, if you bend the elbows, or if your shoulders are too far back, it's very difficult to hold. Your leg should be out of your sideline here. You should not see your foot, the one that goes up onto the wall. You should not see it. It should be higher than the hips. So find your position here on the wall. Let's just hover the foot for 5 seconds. And round the back and hover the foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the foot down. Change legs. Other leg goes up. Push into the wall. Round your back as much as possible. Hover for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the foot down, come back up, take a breather. Let's do a shoulder opening stretch with the wall. Hands in front of you here. And then allow the shoulders to sink low towards the floor. Find a bit of length in the shoulders, elevate them to your ears. Hold it. And come back down. Okay, great. Let's now take the second foot up onto the wall. Remember your exit route. So let's just do it quickly once. We will bring the second foot up onto the wall and then take it down straight away again so that you know your exit route. Okay, let me show you first. First leg goes up, second leg goes up, we touch the wall, we come back down straight away with the same leg. Okay, just that. Hands on the floor, bring the leg up, push into the wall, round the back, join the second foot, bring it back down. Step both feet down. Bring the other leg up against the wall. Same thing here now. Round the back. Let's make the second leg join. Touch the wall. Come back down. That's it. That's your exit route from this position. Okay. Let's step the second foot up. Let's hold it for 10 seconds. I really recommend that you keep your knees bent. And it's easier with the legs higher up. If your feet are lower than your hips, it's really difficult to hold, and you are likely also to slide down on the wall. Hands on the floor. First leg goes up. Round the back, shoulders are aligned. Make the second leg join here for 1, 2, keep the round back, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back down. Very nice. Excellent. This will be the way forward to our handstand. You have just done a proper inversion with the feet and the hips above the shoulders. Let's repeat this success on the other side. Other leg goes up, round the back. As the second leg joins, you elevate the shoulders more towards the ears. Push up, make the second leg join for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step down 1, 2 with control. Let me show you and then you can check yourself with the camera about the position of the back. It's really so important, so I would like to just emphasize it one more time, because I'm unfortunately not in the room with you to correct you. So your back has to be round and the shoulders aligned. This is very difficult, and this is very difficult, and this as well. Yeah, so you've seen me do it now. If it doesn't work at all for you, film yourself and you will quickly see what's wrong. Let's leave this again for tomorrow and take the elevation now to do a halfway handstand with one leg elevated. So we're going to do the halfway handstand and then bring one leg up just like we did on the floor in the mini handstand. Let me show you. Mini handstand with elevation. Bring one leg up high as you can. Maybe you can touch the wall. If you can't, that's not a problem. Then you keep the leg bent here as high as possible. So just like we did on the floor, keep the leg bent, kick the heel up as high as possible. Let's try to hold it for 2 times 10 seconds, and then it's the end of today's session. Okay. Hands on the floor, half of the length of your hand away from the wall. Step up onto your elevation. Now lift one leg up really, really high. Kick it high for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step down 1, 2. Yes, step down first with the leg that's up in the air. Very good. One more time. Other leg goes up. Step up on your elevation. Find a good footing here and then push one leg up high. Leg stays bent. Keep pushing up as high as you can for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step down one leg and then the other leg. Come up from your handstand position. Let's do a gentle cool down. We did a lot of handstands today. This is the work basically, and it's going to get easier as we move along. So let's now roll the shoulder, leading with the elbow first. 1, 2, 3, to the front, to the back, leading with the elbow, allowing the arm to rotate. 1, 2, 3. Other arm, leading with the elbow. 1, 2, 3, and to the back, leading with the elbow. 1, 2, 3. And right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder. Create a big spiral. Really move your chest left to right, to the front. Right shoulder to the front, left shoulder to the front. Right, left, right, left. Step the legs here into a straddle position, touch below the knee. Lift to a very straight line, touch below the knee. Lift, rise up taller. Right, left, rise up tall in between. Tall, other side, tall, other side. Okay, fantastic, very good. Let's finish the class the way we started. On the floor, in a 4-point position, walking the hands gently into different positions, changing the angle of the fingers, actively pushing with the fingertips into the floor. Actively pushing with the fingertips into the floor until the fingers face front, and from here now allow the chest to sink in and the elbows to bend, and then you will slightly push the whole body back And then you move your back into a round back curved position as your shoulders go to the front. Then the chest sinks in, the elbows bend. Push away from the mat. Curve the back, creating a ripple, a very gentle ripple across the spine. Curve. Chest sinks in, elbows bend. Curve. Chest sinks in, elbows bend. And curve. Now reverse. Now here, dive the chest through the center into a curve. Move back. Dive the chest down into a curve. Dive the chest down into a curve. Dive the chest down into a curve. Okay, very good. Swing the legs around and come into lying on your lower back. So these chest waves are a wonderful way to warm up the body and to cool down the body, creating softness again after we've been doing all of this very muscular work. So once you're on your back, really allow everything to drop into the floor. Your weight drops into the floor, it drops lower than the floor. Feel free to close your eyes here if you want to. Now find release. Release the tension in your muscles and drop all of this muscular work that we did into the floor. The chest softens and melts. The upper back flattens across the middle and melts into the floor. The lower back flattens into the floor and melts into the floor. The back of the neck releases all tension, making the shoulders also relax. And maybe now you want to just adjust the position of the shoulders a bit and wiggle yourself a bit left to right, finding a better position on the floor because your body is spreading like a pancake onto the floor, like soft dough that you've just poured into a pan to make a pancake. If you want to be a heartbreak, you also got to know how to be a pancake first. That's my motto for today. If you know how to release, you know how to tense and engage the muscles as well. Both are important. And take a deep breath in and deep breath out. 2 more times. Deep breath in, allowing your chest to expand, chest to release. Chest expands with 1 more big in-breath. And 1 more time, release everything into the floor. And if you want to stay here for a bit longer, feel free to do so. Otherwise, just come back in your own time and drink lots of water. Maybe do one or the other stretch more. And I shall see you tomorrow in the last workout day of this week number 3.